can do everything. He's as good as it gets. He's as good as it gets. He's the most complete fighter on the roster because he submits people. Like he submitted Poirier in the final round.
Yeah.
Incredible submission. But he was winning that fight already.
Yeah.
But then, you know, he can also knock you out. He literally does everything. He's one of the best wrestlers in the sport. His top control and his squeeze is insane.
I want to be double champ, and I just waiting for my chance because, okay, I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say you beat small guy. Yeah. He's not your weight division. If I beat Tapura, it's gonna be the same. Everybody gonna talk same. But if I go up, takes a second belt, this is the legacy.
Хабиб анонсировал твой бой против Маддалены за титул в полусреднем весе. И расскажи, как проходит твоя подготовка и видишь ли ты опасность в нем?
Подготовка проходит хорошо, только начали. Как раз только говорил, что на сборах были 3 недели, приехали. Опасность, конечно, если человек чемпион на какой-то вес, особенно у нас в организации, там таких проходных не бывает. Так что подхожу с максимальной ответственностью к этому бою и думаю, буду.
The MMA world is in shock. It's official. Australian welterweight contender Jack Della Maddalena will step into the octagon against the dominant lightweight champion Islam Makhachev in a stunning cross-division showdown that has fans and fighters buzzing. What started as speculation is now reality, and the reactions are explosive. Many MMA pros are sounding the alarm, warning that this matchup could be a career-defining or career-ending gamble for the Australian striker. Makhachev, widely regarded as one of the most complete fighters in the sport, has torn through the lightweight division, showcasing his trademark Dagestani wrestling, suffocating control, and precise, powerful striking. His recent title defenses have only cemented his place among the pound-for-pound elite. Makhachev is a beast, man. You don't just sign a contract to fight him unless you're ready for a war you might not come back from, said one UFC veteran. But Jack Della Maddalena isn't backing down. Known for his crisp boxing, surgical precision, and killer finishing instinct, the Australian has been rapidly climbing the welterweight rankings. And now, he's aiming higher than anyone expected. "I'm not here to play it safe," Della Maddalena said. "Islam's the best in the world, and that's exactly why I want him. I want to see how far I can go when I face greatness head-on." That boldness, however, hasn't impressed everyone. Former champions and analysts are already breaking down the matchup, and most agree the road ahead is brutal. Islam's strength, composure, and control are unmatched, one analyst explained. Jack's a phenomenal striker, but against Makhachev, one mistake can end your night. If you end up on your back, it's game over. Islam doesn't just beat you, he breaks you. The MMA community is split. Some fans are applauding Della Maddalena's courage to chase the toughest fight possible, while others fear he's bitten off more than he can chew. One fan wrote on social media, "Jack's got heart, but Makhachev's a monster." This fight could get ugly fast. Still, the hype is undeniable. With Makhachev moving up to face a hungry, confident welterweight contender, this fight has all the ingredients of a modern-day classic. Skill versus grit, dominance versus ambition. As fight night draws near, one thing is certain. Islam Makhachev's aura of invincibility will be tested like never before. And Jack Della Maddalena's gamble could either shock the world or end in disaster.
Lot to get to on today's episode. I had a 30-year high school class reunion. I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on Islam versus Della Lema, which we're told by Khabib is going down in November at the Garden. But I'm also going to implore you from the bottom of my heart, Conor McGregor, please stop shadowboxing. For all of that and more, just click on one of the links provided. If Islam Makhachev loses to Jack, does he drop back down to 55 and challenge for the championship, or does he walk away forever? Whoa, I had not considered that. And I know you would love to have a conversation about, oh yeah, but Islam versus Ilya, they got to get that sorted out. That's in your mind. Islam did his job. Beat anybody in the world around you at the time. Your job's not to go beat a guy that came along after you. Let's just not.
The lightweight king Islam Makhachev is back in the spotlight. And this time, fans are losing their minds over new training footage that surfaced online ahead of a potential clash with Australia's striking phenom, Jack Della Maddalena. The videos, filmed inside Makhachev's camp in Dubai and Dagestan, show a fighter who looks sharper, stronger, and even more dangerous than ever before. The reigning champion is seen grinding through high-intensity grappling drills, brutal wrestling scrambles, and lightning-fast striking combinations, often under the watchful eye of mentor Khabib Nurmagomedov. In one viral clip titled Makhachev Training Camp, JDM Fight Incoming, the Dagestani powerhouse can be seen ragdolling sparring partners and working takedown sequences with surgical precision. Fans were quick to point out that Makhachev appears bigger and more muscular, fueling speculation that he's preparing for a move up to welterweight, possibly to meet Della Maddalena halfway. "Islam looks like a monster right now," one coach commented on social media. "His power and pressure are on another level. If Jack really wants that fight, he better be ready to wrestle for his life." Another piece of footage shows Makhachev working his boxing under intense pressure, slipping jabs, countering with crisp left hooks, and finishing with heavy body kicks. The precision and composure on display have left fans stunned. "This man looks scary. He's evolving every camp," one fan wrote. "Makhachev 2.0 is coming." Jack Della Maddalena, meanwhile, has remained composed amid the noise. Known for his slick boxing and calm demeanor, the Aussie has yet to officially respond to the training footage, though insiders say he's been closely monitoring Makhachev's camp. Still, MMA veterans are warning that this could be the most dangerous version of Islam Makhachev we've ever seen. "If you thought he was dominant before, just wait," said a former champion. "He's not just defending his belt anymore. He's coming to conquer new territory." Whether this means Makhachev is truly preparing for Della Maddalena or simply sharpening his tools for his next defense, one thing's clear. The champ is in beast mode, and if these clips are any indication, anyone standing across from him next might be in for a very long night.
Slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate, every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be.
ما عاد مو لعتات وجود عوائد والله.
Gilbert Burns recently chimed in on the brewing matchup between Islam Makhachev, making the jump to welterweight, and Jack Della Maddalena, the new 170-pound champion. Burns had a lot of respect for both fighters, and was bullish that this clash is far more competitive than many believe. UFC welterweight contender Gilbert Burns has weighed in on one of the hottest potential fights in MMA: Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena, and his take has caught the attention of fans around the world. While many are already calling Makhachev an unstoppable force, Burns believes this matchup could be a lot closer than most expect. Speaking in a recent interview, Burns praised both fighters but made it clear that Makhachev's transition to welterweight won't be as simple as people think. Islam is a beast, no doubt. His pressure, his wrestling, his control. It's world-class, Burns said. But Jack Della Maddalena isn't just another striker. He's patient, smart, and hits like a truck. This fight is closer than people think. Burns, a former title challenger at 170 pounds, knows what it takes to survive against elite grapplers, and he believes Della Maddalena's evolving skill set gives him a legitimate shot. Jack's been working with top-level grapplers, Craig Jones, Volkanovski's team. He's not going to be easy to take down or hold down, Burns explained. If he can keep it standing, Islam's going to have problems.
Islam is working very hard. He's been saying vocal that he wants to go up to 170. I think he's a big boy. He killed himself to make 55. I think that's the right division for Islam. He just tweeted something after the fight that he will not vacate the title, and then he vacated the title. I don't know, but probably that was in the negotiation. Yeah, I like him moving up. I've proven himself. He's #1 pound for pound right now. It's a good fight. Jack and Islam closer than people think, especially with Jack Della Maddalena doing a lot of training with Volk, with Craig Jones, those guys that kind of back the Islam on that first Volk fight. I think they're gonna have a lot of info, a lot of study, a lot of answers. It's closer than people think, this fight. I really like this fight. I don't have time right now. I didn't have time to dig deep a little too much in that fight, but I think it's way closer than people think. And JDM has...
During a recent interview, rising UFC star Garry weighed in on the potential blockbuster matchup between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. And he didn't shy away from acknowledging just how unpredictable this fight could be. Garry admitted that calling the result was tough, given Makhachev's dominance and all-around skill set. Islam's one of the most complete fighters on the planet right now, Garry said. He's got the wrestling, the striking, the control. He's elite everywhere. However, the Irish contender noted that moving up a division always adds a layer of uncertainty, no matter how dominant a champion might be. According to Garry, Jack Della Maddalena brings a different kind of challenge than Makhachev's previous opponents. Jack's naturally bigger than Volkanovski, he explained. He's got serious takedown defense, sharp boxing, and that composure that makes him dangerous in every exchange. While most fans and analysts still view Makhachev as the favorite, Garry believes Della Maddalena's size, timing, and technical striking could cause real problems. People forget, Jack's not just a striker, he's smart. If Islam can't get him down early, that fight becomes very interesting, Garry added. In a matchup that pits Dagestani dominance against Australian precision, Garry summed it up perfectly. You can't count either of them out. That fight could go either way, and that's what makes it so exciting.
Who do you think wins, Jack or Islam?
It's such a tough one to talk about. Islam is phenomenal. He's good everywhere. Size matters. When you're talking about an extra 15 pounds, when you look at the size of Volkanovski versus Jack Della Maddalena, there's a big size discrepancy. And Volk gave him a good fight. And then Dustin Poirier, it wasn't absolutely completely dominant by Islam. It was a tough fight. Size is going to play a huge part. Even on the ground, I feel like Jack could get it done with just some clean boxing and good takedown defense. But I can absolutely see Islam coming in and doing what Islam does and going out there and just looks like a phenomenal mixed martial art.
Islam Makhachev's head coach Javier Mendez has been speaking candidly about the upcoming matchup with welterweight champ Jack Della Maddalena. And his respect for JDM is clear. According to Mendez, this isn't just another title bout. He believes this could be Islam's toughest opponent yet. Mendez pointed out what makes Della Maddalena dangerous. He's unbeaten in a long run, mixes his striking well, attacking both head and body, and combining punches with kicks, and has strong takedown defense. This isn't a guy Islam can simply bully into a grappling match without risk. While acknowledging those threats, Mendez made it clear that his strategy is built on flexibility. He believes Islam is a whole different animal when compared to what JDM has faced so far. Whether it's blitzing forward with takedowns or picking his moments to strike, Islam will adapt. Can he take Jack down? Absolutely. Can he outstrike Jack? Absolutely, Mendez said. But he also questioned whether trying to outstrike JDM is the best path. Another key point from Mendez, strength. He says Islam is among the strongest lightweights he's worked with, and that strength will help in handling the physicality at welterweight. Finally, Mendez doesn't buy into the narrative that Islam's stand-up is weak, or less versatile than fighters like Belal Muhammad. He insists that Islam has been tested, has destroyed many strikers, and that on fight night, his striking will be much more than people expect.
In my opinion, there is no one in the lightweight division that's going to beat Islam. outside of what anybody can, anybody can win, but on a decision, no one's gonna beat him. No, unless he decides he doesn't want to fight anymore and he goes and fights whatever. But he's so hungry, he's so motivated, he's got goals. He wants to be one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest. And you know what? I believe he's gonna accomplish all those goals.
You told me 1 year ago you predicted Islam's future and that he would be champ by the end of 2022. I know you discussed on the Schmo Zone podcast before that he would like to also fight at 170 in the future, possibly go for that gold as well. So do you see that happening within the next year or two?
I 100% see that. If that's what Islam wants, yes. If that's what he wants to do, yes. Unlike Habib didn't want to do that. Habib's goal was never to be welterweight or middleweight, because if Habib wanted that, he would have been that. But Islam, I have heard him, he has mentioned it to me that he wants to go to welterweight at some point, but he wants to clear out the division. He wants to defend the title more than anybody has. So I think once that goal is accomplished and he's made that goal a reality, which I believe he will, then I think he'll think, maybe I'll go to welterweight then. But I think we're a little bit far away from that, because this is going to be his first title defense. I think maybe 4 or 5 more title defenses, and maybe the topic of him going up to 170 is very, very entertaining. Well-roundedness means that he can do everything. Islam Makhachev, in my opinion, okay, can do more than any lightweight I've ever seen. He's good on the ground. He's good on throws. He's good at kicking. He's good on boxing. He's good on defense. He's got great mental IQ. The guy's got it all, as far as the attributes of a great fighter that has all the tools. Habib didn't. Habib did not have great kicking. Okay? He did not. For sure. Habib didn't have great defense. He did not. Okay. Habib was the best at taking you down. He was a master at taking you down and controlling you on the ground. He still is. But Islam has overall more tools than I've seen anybody ever.
What would your reaction be if Justin Gaethje was the next guy to take you guys on and fight Islam Makhachev?
Fantastic. Then it's Justin Gaethje. So then we'll focus on Justin Gaethje. That would be ideally for us the perfect matchup based on the fact of where his standing is and what he's done. So, and he's a big known guy. So, and Islam hasn't fought him, so he's perfect.
And that's all for today's breakdown, fight fans. Fire. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Octagon HQ for more UFC news, fighter reactions, and behind-the-scenes coverage from the world of mixed martial arts.